Well, good afternoon. I'm Martin Hancock, Chief Executive at BCHA, and really looking forward to spending a bit of time with our customers this afternoon, and as we just perhaps talk through some elements of our new business plan, about the themes of the business plan and why we feel we need to have something like that in the organisation. So, BCHA's business plan is all about collaborating to inspire change. And we're continuing our theme as an organisation of working together, building better lives, better homes and better communities, because that's what we believe in. And I'm sure you would agree that that's what we all want, to keep improving, continuing to improve and have better places to live and to work and to share in our neighbourhoods. So for now, as we know, we're all living in quite a very different place and circumstances, coping with this pandemic of COVID-19. I hope you are keeping safe and well. I think across the southwest we're fortunate that some of the numbers have been lower, but we are at that time, aren't we, of increase. So we all need to continue to take a bit of care, but also as an organisation we're obviously continuing to provide our services and try and do as many repairs and support for you as our customers as we can, and look beyond that. And that's the advantage of looking at a business plan, to look at that longer term future for us all as we move forward. It's been good recently that the government have actually confirmed investment over the next 5 years into the affordable housing programme, and that's good to get this commitment while we're in this economic uncertainty. They do want to invest in more housing, affordable housing, social housing, and also opportunities for more home ownership. We're very keen that there's a lot more social rented housing, so that if you're in work and maybe not on very high incomes, you're able to live in a place that you can afford and can make your own for a long time ahead. But we're very keen as an organisation to help our customers, help you take control of your own lives. That's really part of our mission as an organisation, and we really want that to happen. We're here to help and to support that, and that's part of what giving ourselves some objectives and themes and goals in this business plan. Hopefully we can work with you to make this happen, because it's vital that we get input from those of you who are living in our services, using our services, whether that's supporting you in your own homes or through the employment and skills area of our work, or you're in one of the BCHA properties. We really want to do the best we can to help you move forward in your life. Customer engagement is a central theme of our business plan. We know we perhaps haven't got it as right as we could do in the past, but that underpins everything that we're trying to do. And the staff of BCHA were very much involved in the business plan early on, way back in last October actually, and so these are all themes that came from our staff as well. And my responsibility and the senior leadership team is to ensure that we help our staff do what they can to help you. So we have 4 key themes in our business plan: customer focus, homes of choice, working together, and trying to grow the business, because if we grow the organisation, then we can create hopefully some more income, which we can then use to provide services that maybe aren't commissioned or provided or funded through the normal channels of local authorities and health. Within each of these 4 themes are a number of goals, and today I'll just take a few minutes to highlight some of those key goals. I won't go through every one, but if you want me to go through those future goals, well, maybe there'll be another opportunity. We can do another Facebook Live in a few weeks' time. So I hope you will see in some of these goals that they very much are about customer and improving the quality of our homes. Goal 1 is very much about giving you more digital and online access through developing the customer portal. We have a very basic portal at the moment, but we're putting time and energy into improving that to help you have more control and self-service opportunities. This will enable us then obviously to free up a bit more of our time to help those of you who maybe don't have those sort of access, you don't have the right phones or equipment, or really have the confidence and the skills to use that. Well, hopefully we can then put more of our resources into helping you, whether that's through the traditional contact that we have, through a wider opportunity to speak to people, or again offering you a bit of training and help, and seeing ways and means we may be able to get hold of some devices. At the beginning of the COVID, we did have some phones that were made available that we were able to supply to some of our customers. So we can certainly try, if there's a need there, to see what we can do working with other partners in the areas where we work, other businesses maybe, who want to support our work. Again, that's all about collaboration and working together. So a key theme there is just improving that access. And then goal 3, we really want to be the landlord of choice. And that means we need to embed our customer engagement and influence across BCHA. So we need you to keep talking to us and getting involved in those opportunities. Really grateful that so many have giving us feedback in the last few surveys we've done. One we did pre-COVID, staff to tenant survey, there's some really good feedback from you. And more recently, some really helpful information, and some of that will be shared in a Tenant Talk magazine coming out very soon. So thank you for that, and great that so many of you want to get engaged in different ways. A good number wanted to get engaged from the first survey, and then more recently a very high number, very keen to help to get involved in some form of peer support or sharing of your lived experience. And I see that as vital for us as an organisation to make sure that the homes we provide, the services we provide, and the way we influence local authorities and government is very much led by your experience and your needs and what you really would like to get from your lives. Goal 3 is also very important, that we need to continue to have working together with tenants. That's a new initiative from the National Housing Federation, which works with housing associations, and we're very much signing up to that. So we will be held to account by them as well as by yourselves, and that's a good thing, isn't it? Because then you can be assured that this will remain a high priority. Under the Homes of Choice theme, as we move on there, goal 4 is about ensuring that we continue the planned investment programme in our existing homes and complete our final group of stock condition surveys, so we know more about our homes and therefore can add that into plan to improve the accommodation that you're living in, and also make sure that we meet the building safety requirements that is coming out of new legislation from government. A lot of it triggered by the Grenfell disaster, well, over 3 years ago now, I think it is, isn't it? And that's taken rather a long time. We're always trying to keep our buildings as safe as we can, but we will also respond to any new demands that are required. Goal 5, that talks about smart buildings. You may wonder what a smart building is, but it's a term we use where we can look for technology to help improve the environment that you're living in, and also give you more control over some of the ways and the costs of running your home. It's very important, isn't it, that we keep our costs down. We want to keep our service charges down as much as we can, and I'm sure those of you in our accommodation, where obviously you're responsible for a number of bills, particularly around fuel. Fuel poverty, we know, is a real issue. It's an issue, isn't it, if you haven't got access to online services. So we may find better ways to help you with that. But we've been piloting a number of devices in homes. Some of those are around humidity detectors, which helps us to be more preventative in our repairs and maintenance before things get out of hand. And then, of course, that increases the cost. And we want to keep all of our costs and your costs down as much as possible. But also, if we can automate through that technology some of the control of compliance responsibilities. And we already, for the last couple of years, have been putting in some boilers, which you can also have access to on an app and see the cost of those things. And that's going to be an increasing priority for us to put devices in, but what we will make sure is that you can have access to the same data as we have regarding that, because I know that's really, really important. Goal 6 picks up affordable and sustainable homes. What does that mean? Well, that's our desire to keep pushing as an organisation for more and more investment into truly affordable homes. We know the private rented market across the southwest is really costly, isn't it? And that can be a cause of homelessness when the rents go up and income stays the same. So it's important that we prevent homelessness as well as help you keep your running costs as low as possible. So part of that theme is also to help soften the impact of climate change and also do our bit for the carbon reduction initiatives. So we see it's important we all do play our part, isn't it, really, in contributing to improving a better world that we all live in. Moving quickly to Goal 8, and that's about influence. You may think, why am I mentioning that one? Is that of importance to you? But yes, I think it is. And as an organisation, BCHA in housing association terms isn't that large an organisation, but we can have a lot of influence. We need you to input your stories. Tell us about your experiences of life. We need to be able to change hearts and minds. We need to be able to tell government about the benefit of social rents, rents that are sub-market. That means that you can have independence. You're not reliant on other help, because you can be working even on a lower income, but still be able to enjoy many aspects of life, because rent is not such a burden as it was. Obviously, as an organisation, we need you to pay your rent, and if we do, that's great, because you can stay in that home and we can reinvest that money into improving the facilities. So yes, that's important. We want to prevent homelessness, end homelessness, and that's where we want to feed into these larger organisations, places like Crisis, Homes for Cathy, Homeless Link. They need our support to help them lobby at those higher levels of national government. And what I've learnt over the last few years is that although sometimes I think we all think, does my voice count? Well, actually, a lot of people don't put their voice forward, and as an organisation we're certainly committed and investing in people to try and make that happen and do our part. Coming to the last few goals, Goal 9 is about owning more homes, and that is for the very simple reason that the more homes that BCHA can have, the more we can rent out at lower rents, and the more we can help you to move on, whether that's coming from supported housing services or staying long-term in accommodation. In the past, we've often done a lot of housing that's been leased, and when those leases come to the end, unfortunately, we can't always extend those. And we want more permanent housing, so you've got that stability and something you don't have to worry about, like you can do in some of the private sector. So by helping to get to more grant funding from Homes England, who distribute the money on behalf of government, that gives us a sort of interest-free element to our money that helps us put deposits down on properties to build or to buy, and then BCHA will borrow the rest of the money, and then we're able to bring more housing in. So that's part of our plan, and we're doing that now in our small way. And Goal 10 and Goal 11, a couple of the goals. One is about our work to end homelessness, and the other is about providing more support around health and well-being and skills. Some of you will know and hopefully have used some of our employment skills services, which are really, really good. Our Ignite service and one or two others have been really successful, and we know the difference that's made to so many people to move on into volunteering or work. Those are, again, areas that we want to continue developing. We want to improve the quality of the services we offer, and really just make that difference, to broaden the offering around mental and physical health, domestic abuse, employment and skills. We know there's a massive need out there, and sadly at the moment, isn't there, areas of domestic abuse have been increasing through all these various lockdowns, and we want to do what we can to help people in those situations. So ultimately, we want to work together to help all of us build better lives, better homes, and better communities, and that is certainly our commitment. This probably covers the goals and ambitions that we have as an organisation. I hope some of that is clear and understandable, but we have some very committed staff now that are willing and able to help, and willing to and wanting to learn and to change and to help make things happen. It won't happen overnight. It's a 5-year business plan that we've put in place, but I've tried to pick up some of those targets during the next 12 months, and we want to serve all our customers to the highest standards in the best way we can to ensure we deliver on this plan. Thank you.